Good morning, student. See, in last lecture we have seen addition of Grignard reagent, that is RMgX, to what? Ethyl format. In last lecture we have seen addition of Grignard reagent to what? Ethyl format. Then there is what? Formation of corresponding aldehyde. Then there is formation of what? Corresponding aldehyde. Now here we will start this lecture with what? Addition of Grignard reagent to orthoester. Addition of Grignard reagent to the what? Orthoester. Now what is orthoester? That I will write here. See, this is what? A orthoester. This compound is called what? Orthoester. Now we have to carry out what? Addition of Grignard reagent to what? This orthoester. So which Grignard reagent we will use? See here, for example, if we use ethyl magnesium bromide, isn't it? Then let us see what will happen. See, we know nature of Grignard reagent. See, there is what? Delta negative charge on this carbon atom and delta positive charge on this magnesium atom. Okay, similarly here, see this carbon atom, okay, to which these 3 ethoxy group are attached. So this carbon atom is having delta positive charge, while this alkoxy group are having delta negative charge, because oxygen is more electronegative, isn't it? So this Grignard reagent will added across this what? See, it's not, now here there is no a double bond or not a triple bond, but there will be a what? Nucleophilic displacement here. Now here there will be a what? Nucleophilic displacement of this Grignard reagent with what? This species, this carbon atom. That means when Grignard reagent will attack on this electron deficient carbon atom, then there will be a what? Displacement of one alkoxy group, one ethoxy group. So what will happen? Okay, see, this ethyl group will come from Grignard reagent, and there will be a what? A displacement of one ethoxy functionality. There is what? Displacement of one ethoxy functionality, and that ethoxy functionality and MgBr will form a complex. So there will be a formation of OET MgBr, isn't it? So we are not interested in these species. Now see what will happen here in next step. This is what? A ketal. This is what? A ketal. So in next step what will happen? This ketal on hydrolysis, reaction, it will get converted into what? Corresponding alkoxy functionality, that is corresponding ether functionality will get converted into what? Corresponding alkoxy functionality. Now in next step what will happen? There will be a loss of water molecule. Okay, by the removal of water from that molecule. So what we will get? We will get CH3, CH2, CO, CH3. So we have converted orthoester into what? A ketone. Okay, by the addition of Grignard reagent, this is what? A methyl magnesium bromide. we have reacted this ethyl magnesium bromide with this ortho ester and there is formation of ketone. Now here we will have to react only 1 mole of Grignard reagent. Remember it. We have to react only 1 mole of Grignard reagent. Why is it so? Why is it so? Because if we have used excess of Grignard reagent, then what will happen? That excess of Grignard reagent will react in this step with this ketone functionality, and this ketone functionality will get converted into what? A alcohol functionality. It will get converted into what? A alcohol functionality, isn't it? So this should not happen. Reaction should stop at this stage only. Hence we have to react ortho ester with only 1 mole of Grignard reagent, isn't it? So in this way we can prepare aldehyde or a ketone by the addition of Grignard reagent to ethyl formate or a what? Ortho ester. If we add, in last lecture we have seen, if we add Grignard reagent to the ethyl formate, then there is formation of aldehyde as a product, and if we add Grignard reagent to the ortho ester, see, this is what the structure of ortho ester, then there is formation of ketone as a product. Remember it. Okay, we will see next reaction for the preparation of aldehyde and ketone. Next method for the preparation of aldehyde and ketone is called Rosenmund reduction. Okay, next method is what? A Rosenmund reduction. Sorry. Rosenmund reduction. You know, reduction means what? Either addition of hydrogen or gain of electron or loss of oxygen. These are what? Reduction. So this method, Rosenmund reduction, is used hydrogen gas, okay, H2 supported, that is adsorb on palladium metal, okay, and here we have to use barium sulfate. Here we have to use a catalyst, barium sulfate. Okay, so hydrogen is adsorbed on palladium metal, and that we have to use in the presence of barium sulfate. So in Rosenmund reaction, a acid chlorides, okay, acid chloride, these are what the general formula for acid chloride. Only acid chlorides are used, not acid bromide or not acid iodide. Okay, so this acid chloride is reacted with hydrogen gas, that is supported on adsorbed on palladium in presence of barium sulfate. There is formation of a aldehyde as a product. This method only produce aldehyde as a product. Here we cannot prepare ketone. Okay, here we cannot prepare ketone. That means Rosenmund reduction is only used to prepare acid chloride into corresponding aldehyde, not ketone. So acid chloride will get converted into what? Corresponding aldehyde, and byproduct will get prepared here, HCl. Okay, now let us see some example. Propanoyl chloride, sorry, ethanol chloride is on reaction with H2 in presence of palladium metal, barium sulfate as a catalyst. Similarly, here also we have to use hydrogen gas as a reagent. Palladium metal is for adsorption of hydrogen gas and barium sulfate is a catalyst. So what will happen? there is formation of CH3CH2, CH. Okay, similarly here also there is formation of, okay, acetyl chloride will get converted into acetaldehyde. Propanoyl chloride will get converted into propanol. Byproduct is hydrochloric acid, hydrochloric acid. Now suppose if we used benzoyl chloride, if we use benzoyl chloride, that is if we have reacted benzoyl chloride with hydrogen gas, then there is formation of benzaldehyde as a product. This benzaldehyde is formed as a product, and byproduct will be what? Hydrochloric acid. Similarly, if we use another starting material, that is naphthyl chloride. If we use naphthyl chloride, what will happen? There is formation of corresponding aldehyde. There is formation of corresponding aldehyde as a product. Now I will like to ask one question. What is the role of this barium sulfate? What is the role of this barium sulfate? Okay, instead of barium sulfate we can use quinoline or sulfur. Quinoline or sulfur also use. Instead of barium sulfate we can use quinoline or a sulfur can be used, okay, instead of barium sulfate. Now what is the role of this barium sulfate or quinoline or a sulfur? Okay, they are acting as what? Poison. They are acting as what? Poison for this palladium metal. They are acting as poison for this palladium metal. Means what? Okay, see, barium sulfate, when we are carrying out this reduction, see, a acid chloride is going to react with what? This hydrogen gas, which is supported, which is adsorbed on this palladium metal. Okay, what is the role of palladium? It is absorbing this hydrogen gas over its surface. Okay, then this acid chloride will get react with this hydrogen gas, which is adsorbed over this palladium, and there is formation of what? This aldehyde as a product. Okay, now if that palladium metal will not lose its activity, okay, that means it will have same activity. This barium sulfate in this step, what it doing? It is getting reacted with this palladium metal, okay, and it helps in loss of activity of palladium metal. That means palladium metal lost its activity after some time. That means it is not active enough to absorb this hydrogen gas over it. Okay, if such things not happen, then what will happen? Then this aldehyde, what is produced in first step, okay, this is what the product of first step. This aldehyde will react with again this hydrogen gas, okay, and there will be a formation of, okay, then there is formation of a product alcohol. That means reaction will not stop at this aldehyde stage. It will get converted into what? Alcohol. Isn't it? Hence, we have to use barium sulfate or a quinoline or a sulfur as a catalyst. Okay, so that catalyst will poison this palladium metal. Okay, so activity of palladium will get reduced after this step, and there will be no conversion of aldehyde into alcohol. There will be no conversion of aldehyde into what? Alcohol. Okay, I hope you have understood this Rosenmund reduction, which is used to convert acid chloride into acid halide. acid chloride into what? Corresponding aldehydes. Okay, so here we can convert propanol chloride into propanol, ethanol chloride into acetaldehyde or acetal chloride into acetaldehyde, benzoyl chloride into benzaldehyde, and naphthyl chloride, beta naphthyl chloride into what? Beta naphthyl carbaldehyde, beta naphthyl carbaldehyde. Okay, now let us see next method for the preparation of aldehyde and ketone. See, next method for the preparation of aldehyde and ketone is called Gattermann, Koch formylation. Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction. This is the fifth method for the preparation of aldehyde and ketone. Okay, now see, in this method also we can prepare only aldehydes, not ketones. Here also aldehydes are prepared, not ketones. So, see, in Gattermann formylation reaction, Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction, reagent are used carbon monoxide, hydrochloric acid gas, carbon monoxide as a gas, hydrochloric acid as a gas, okay, along with we have to use aluminum trichloride, anhydrous aluminum trichloride as a catalyst, and again we have to use cuprous chloride as a catalyst. So these reagent are used, carbon monoxide and hydrochloric acid are the reagent are used, both are gases, and these are what? Catalysts, aluminum chloride and cuprous aluminum trichloride, anhydrous aluminum trichloride and cuprous chloride. These are what? Catalyst. Okay, now see what will happen when there will be a reaction of carbon monoxide gas with hydrochloric acid gas. There is formation of a species which is called formyl chloride. This is what? Formyl chloride. This is the active species of this reaction. This is the active species which is formed in Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction. Formyl chloride is what? A active or a reactive species which is formed in Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction by the reaction of what? Carbon monoxide gas and hydrochloric acid gas in presence of this catalyst. Okay, now see, when we will react, for example, when we will react a aromatic hydrocarbons like benzene, okay, like benzene with this carbon monoxide gas, hydrochloric acid gas in presence of aluminum trichloride and cuprous chloride as a catalyst, then there is formation of a product called benzaldehyde. This product will form benzaldehyde. See how this reaction is carried out. See, we have to take this aromatic hydrocarbon. It's what? A benzene. Aromatic hydrocarbon, it's what? A benzene. In one flask, see, in one flask we have to take this aromatic hydrocarbon like benzene in a solvent like ether or a nitrobenzene, in a inert solvent like ether or a nitrobenzene. So we have to take benzene on which we have to carry out formylation, okay, in a solvent like ether or nitrobenzene. Then we have to bubble carbon monoxide gas and hydrochloric acid gas in this reaction mixture. Bubble means what? We have to purge these gases, okay, we have to purge these gases, okay, in this reaction mixture, and to that we have to add this catalyst AlCl3 and cuprous chloride. So in this way we have to carry out setup of this reaction. Then benzene will get reacted with this intermediate, that means from this reagent and this catalyst we will get what, this formyl chloride, and that formyl chloride will get react with what, this benzene, and there will be a formation of benzaldehyde as a product. That means we can convert benzene into what, benzaldehyde. See here, this group is called formyl group, isn't it? Aldehyde group is called formyl group. That formyl group we have introduced, we have inserted, that means we have bring up, okay, formylation of benzene, and this is called formylation reaction. Okay, this formyl group we have introduced on benzene ring, hence it is what, formylation reaction. Now see, next method we will see, next reaction we will see, next example we will see toluene. Okay, toluene is on reaction with carbon monoxide, hydrochloric acid, both are gases, in presence of aluminum trichloride and cuprous chloride as a what, catalyst. Then there will be a formation of such type of product. A mixture of product will form ortho and para. This mixture of product will form in this reaction. When toluene we will react with what, Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction. Okay, when we will react toluene in Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction, there is formation of a mixture of ortho and para product. See, what is the disadvantage of this method? What is the disadvantage of this Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction? Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction is having some limitation. What are these? It is applicable to only aromatic hydrocarbons. It is applicable to only aromatic hydrocarbons like benzene, toluene, anthracene, naphthalene. Okay, it is applicable to only aromatic hydrocarbons like benzene, toluene, naphthalene, anthracene, phenanthrene. It is not applicable to compounds like phenol, aniline, anisols, okay, acetanides. It is not applicable to such compounds. Why? Because that are having some group, that is hydroxyl or NH2, that can combine with these reagent and there will be a formation of some byproduct, isn't it? So that is not our part. This is what, Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction. Now let us see last method for the preparation of aldehydes and ketone. Okay, I hope you have understood this. You can note down it. See, last method for the preparation of aldehyde and ketone is called Friedel-Crafts acylation. Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. You are more familiar with this Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. See, this method, by this method we can prepare ketones only, not aldehyde. Okay, by this method we can prepare ketones only, not aldehyde. So what is Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction? It's a introduction of a carbonyl group to a aromatic ring. In Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction, compounds like benzene or this is the method for preparation of aromatic aldehydes and ketones okay, compound like benzene, it is reacted with either acetyl chloride or anhydride like acetic anhydride. This is what? Acetic anhydride. These are what the reagent which are, that is acid chloride, acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride are the reagent, and anhydrous aluminum trichloride is a catalyst which is used in Friedel-Crafts reaction. So there is formation of a product, that is there will be a insertion of or introduction of COCH3 group over aromatic ring. So there will be a formation of acetophenone as a product here. Here also there is formation of acetophenone as a product, but here byproduct is different in both the reaction. Main product is same in both the reactions, but byproducts are different. Here byproduct is hydrochloric acid, here byproduct is what? Acetic acid. So this reagent is very important in Friedel-Crafts, sorry, this catalyst is very important in Friedel-Crafts reaction, that is anhydrous aluminum trichloride. Okay, so benzene is on reaction with acetic anhydride or acetyl chloride, there is formation of acetophenone as a product, isn't it? This is what? Friedel-Crafts reaction, that is there is introduction of this group, acetyl group. So this acetyl group is introduced over a aromatic ring. So this is what? That is acylation, Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. We will see one more example. Suppose if we have reacted benzene with benzoyl chloride, if we have reacted benzene with benzoyl chloride in aluminum trichloride, then there is formation of such type of product which is called, now here byproduct will be here HCl again, hydrochloric acid. Byproduct is what? Hydrochloric acid, and this product is called benzophenone. This is called benzophenone. So these are what? The methods of preparation of aldehyde and ketone, and this is what? Method of preparation of ketone, it is Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. Okay, so we have seen oxidation of primary and secondary alcohol with pyridinium chlorochromate. In second method we have seen hydration of alkyne. Okay, suppose if we have used H2SO4, HgSO4 as a catalyst, okay, then that unsymmetrical alkyne will get converted into what? Corresponding ketone. And if we use hydrogen peroxide alkali in presence of diisoamyl borane as a catalyst, then that alkyne will get converted into what? Corresponding aldehydes, isn't it? Through what? A enol in both the cases, that is in case of H2SO4 HgSO4 or in case of H2O2NaOH diisoamyl borane. In both the cases there is formation of enol as an intermediate first, and that enol will get converted into corresponding aldehyde or a ketone as a product. Now in third method we have seen addition of Grignard reagent to either orthoester or what? Ethyl formate. If we have reacted Grignard reagent with orthoester, then there is formation of ketone as a product. Remember here we have to use only 1 mole of Grignard reagent. Again, if we use 1 mole of Grignard reagent, and that 1 mole of Grignard reagent if we have added to what? Ethyl formate, then there is formation of aldehyde as a product. And in next method we have seen preparation of aldehyde by Rosenmud reduction. Okay, so acid chloride, or it is a benzoyl chloride, it may be a acetyl chloride, that is on reaction with what? hydrogen gas supported on palladium metal in presence of barium sulfate as a catalyst. Okay, so that will get converted into corresponding aldehyde, isn't it? And in next method, that is Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction, we have seen a aromatic hydrocarbons like benzene, toluene. Okay, that is on reaction with gas like carbon monoxide and hydrochloric acid in presence of anhydrous aluminum trichloride and co-catalyst cuprous chloride. That is converted, that aromatic hydrocarbon will get converted into what? Corresponding formyl hydrocarbon. That is, formyl group will get introduced over that aromatic ring, isn't it? What are the limitation of this reaction? That reaction, Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction, we cannot apply that Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction to a compound like aniline, anisole, okay, or a phenol. So these are what limitation of Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction. And in last reaction, that is Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction, we have converted a compound like aromatic hydrocarbons like benzene into what? Corresponding ketone by the reaction of benzene with acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride or a benzoyl chloride in presence of catalyst like anhydrous aluminum trichloride. Okay, so that is get converted into what? Corresponding ketone. I hope you have understood all these preparation method. Thank you very much. Thank you.